raspberry jam cupcakes. And here we have butter and sugar. I'm using raspberry jam, so I'm gonna drop that down in there. Thank you.
Blah, 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 blah,
Look at it
blah,
go.
blah.
Beautiful. And then we're gonna add in our eggs. So I have 2 eggs here.
Crack them into a dish, right, just to check for shells.
Yeah. All right, so 1 egg at a time. And then we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients.
Okay.
So here I have some baking soda, some flour, a little bit of salt. Add in our second egg.
Second egg, going in.
There she goes. So then half of the buttermilk, half of the flour, and then the other half of the buttermilk can go in now.
Okay.
And when you alternate like this, it just kind of ensures that you don't get a lumpy batter, because obviously you don't want a lumpy batter. You want it to be nice and smooth. Cool. So then,
That looks good, right?
yeah, when we scoop them out, I just like to use one of these little scoops. This way it ensures that they're all the same.
So they're all the same shape
same
and size.
And then you just scoop them right into your muffin tin, or in this case, it's a cupcake tin.
Okay.
And you just scoop them out, throw them in the oven,
Baba.
and then they bake, and they look just like this.
They look like these little guys.
Aren't those yummy? Cream cheese frosting goes right on top. And what I like to do, just kind of scoot it out to the edges and make a little divot.
Make a divot.
And then you can fill that with jam. Did you make your little divot?
I made
You
a
ready for your
divot.
jam?
I'm ready to jam.
There we go. Beautiful.
These are adorable.
Look at those, raspberry jam cupcakes.
Adorable.
We're going to make a blueberry jam and almond bar. We're gonna start by just putting everything in the mixer. We're kind of making a crumb for the bottom base of the bar.
So you can
and
just
on
dump
top.
it all in there.
You just dump it all in. So everybody goes in the mixer.
So light brown sugar, flour,
Stick and a half of butter, some oats, a little bit of salt, and some baking powder.
baking powder.
And I'm gonna add in some vanilla bean paste, but you can use vanilla extract too. So go ahead, put that in, and get
I
it
don't know where
going.
you get the paste, but I'm sure they deliver it online.
So then you press 3/4 of it into a square pan.
Yeah.
Line it with some parchment. And then we're gonna top it with some blueberry jam. So then you spread it around. You wanna leave a little bit of a border, like a 1/4 inch or something, just so that the jam doesn't stick to the paper, because then you know, have a whole sticky mess. So then we're gonna crumble on the rest of our topping. So the other 1/4 goes right on top.
Should I sprinkle on the
Yeah,
almonds?
sprinkle on some almonds. And of course, some coarse sea salt, because Rach and I love a little salt with our sweets, right?
I'm a salty girl.
That bakes about 30 minutes, and then they come out looking like this. And to make it a little extra special, little powdered sugar goes on top. And then you can just lift them right out of the pan and cut them up, and they look just like that.
Just like that.